Hey folks, Javyon here with a different kind of a video today. Today I'm going to be demonstrating this Marshall amplifier. So I have had this amp a long time, and I've used it in many situations, and it's always sounded awesome to me. I've loved this amp a long time, and in all the different places that I have had my studio set up, I've generally been able to have a cabinet set up all the time, ready to go with a mic on it, so I can record anytime that I want, and noise has never been an issue. In the most recent place that I have my studio set up though, I don't have a good place to have a cabinet permanently set up and mic'd, ready to go. So for a number of reasons, convenience being the biggest one, in most recent years I have gone the way of using modelers of different types. The current main modeler that I use is the AX8 from Fractal Audio, which is awesome. It does more than you could ever need for it to do. But recently I picked up a Sur reactive load box, and with that it's allowed me to be able to run my amp again without having to mic up a cabinet. And it's been really actually very cool, very inspirational to use this amp again. People talk about JCM800 amplifiers and they think of a 2203 or a 2204, which are 100 watt and 50 watt versions of a one channel amp. And it has a lot less features than this amp that came out in the same series at the same time. And honestly, in my opinion, I think this is a superior amp in tone and also in features. This one here actually was built in 1987 in Bletchley, England. And what is so cool about this one is that it actually has two channels. It has a dirty channel and a clean channel. It also has an effects loop, and it has a direct out. It's also got built-in spring reverb. My reverb has not actually worked in a long time. So, and I've generally run it with other effects and effects processors and any other reverb I might have needed I would have used from external effects. So I haven't worried about fixing the built-in reverb in my amp here. So the controls on this amp from left to right are as follows. They are, you get a presence, a master presence. There's the master section actually, which is consists of presence, master volume, and then reverb, which you can switch on and off. And then when you get to the boost channel, you've got bass, middle, treble, volume for the channel, and then gain for the channel. You've got a red indicator if you are on the boost channel. When you switch that off, the light goes off. And for the normal channel, as it's labeled, you've got bass, treble, and volume. The only complaint I would have about this amp is the clean is not, it's definitely not a super clean channel. It's not a Fender Twin or anything like that. It's not super overdriven, but it does leave a little bit to be desired in the if you're looking for a perfectly clean tone. If you run the volume much, well, if you keep the volume on that channel low, it's going to give you your cleanest sound. So here's a little demo of what the clean channel sounds like. Most people don't buy this amp for a clean channel, but it is there and it is usable. The way that I've used it in the past is using external effects and using some kind of a clean boost in the effects loop to level out the volumes between the boost channel and the clean channel, with the clean channel being a little bit quiet relative to the boost channel. You can turn the boost channel down to try to level them out. However, what I find is that when you crank up the volume on this channel, in addition to having the gain maxed out, which is where I generally run it, it actually continues to add more gain overall to the amp to have the channel cranked up. So I like to run that just about as loud as I can, and then control the master volume over here just for the overall level. But when you try to match that volume with the clean channel, it's really not much of a clean channel anymore. Just for general dirty rhythm sounds, I don't run any external boost or distortion type pedal. But when I want to have a little bit more gain, a little bit more definition, a little bit more juice in my solos, a tube screamer works perfectly for that, to just to pull out the mids a bit more, to make it scream a little bit more. And I only run the tube screamer with the drive all the way down and the output level all the way up, and the tone just dialed back a little bit from halfway. One way that I've never really run this amp is with the normal channel cranked. I've always tried to use it as a clean channel, but if you do crank up the clean channel, you get a pretty crunchy rock sound, which sounds like this. So now I'm going to play a little bit of my Digitech looping pedal and let that play so that I can turn the knobs while you hear that. I hope you have found this video interesting and helpful. If you have, please leave a like and of course subscribe to my channel. If you have any other thoughts or questions, just leave a comment below and we'll see you in the next video. Take care and have an awesome day.